The great council hall of the galaxy was silent, yet filled with tension. Hundreds of alien leaders from countless star systems had gathered, their eyes fixed on the central stage where the humans were supposed to speak. The air was thick with expectation, curiosity, and a little fear. No one knew exactly what humans would do, but everyone agreed. They were unpredictable. Humans had always been quiet observers in galactic politics. They rarely acted unless absolutely necessary. Many alien species had underestimated them for centuries, thinking they were primitive, weak, or simple-minded. But today, something was different. As the council session began, the human delegation rose slowly. Their leader, a tall figure in a simple uniform, walked to the podium. The crowd of aliens murmured nervously. Some whispered to each other in strange tongues. The humans, however, remained calm. Their eyes scanned the room, calm but firm. It was a strange sight, peaceful yet commanding. The human leader cleared his throat. His voice was soft but carried through the hall with an unexpected power. "Esteemed leaders of the galaxy," he began, "we have listened to your concerns. We have studied your proposals and plans. But after careful consideration, we have decided to withdraw from these talks." A wave of shock rippled through the council. Aliens gasped. Some nearly fell from their seats. The room filled with whispers of disbelief. "Withdraw? How dare they?" one elder alien hissed. "Are they mad?" another growled. Even those who had predicted human unpredictability were stunned. For a few moments, no one spoke. The silence was deafening. The humans stood quietly, their expressions unreadable. Then, slowly, the murmurs grew louder. Leaders from various star systems shouted at each other, arguing about what this action could mean. Some believed humans were bluffing. Others feared it was a trap. One of the alien ambassadors, a tall, blue-scale creature with glowing eyes, slammed his claw on the council table. "This is unacceptable," he shouted. "Humans cannot simply walk away. We were on the brink of a historic agreement." Another alien, smaller and winged, flapped his wings in agitation. "Do you not see?" he cried. "They are testing us. They are planning something we cannot yet see." The humans, however, remained motionless. They said nothing more, waiting calmly while the council descended into chaos. Their silence was louder than any speech could have been. Meanwhile, outside the council hall, human scientists and strategists observed the galactic leaders through secure communication channels. They were calm, precise, and organized. Their leader had predicted the reactions of the aliens almost perfectly. Every gasp, every shout, every whisper of fear was anticipated. Back inside the hall, some aliens started speculating wildly. "Perhaps humans have allies we do not know of," one suggested, "or weapons far beyond our understanding." Others scoffed. "They are primitive. They have nothing. They are bluffing. Soon, they will be forced to return, begging for peace." But the murmurs of doubt were spreading fast. Fear was beginning to creep into even the most confident alien leaders. The humans had done nothing but announce their withdrawal, and yet a ripple of panic had started to move through the council. The human leader spoke again, this time calmly. "We withdraw not because we are weak, but because we understand the true nature of the galaxy better than most. We have seen the dangers you overlook. We have prepared for threats you cannot imagine. Our decision is final." A murmur ran through the room. Some leaders froze in fear. Others whispered to each other, trying to make sense of the statement. No one expected the humans to speak this way. The calm confidence, the subtle warning, was unnerving. The aliens began to argue more aggressively. Some wanted to demand that humans stay. Some suggested sending troops to force them back. Others were paralyzed by fear, unsure what action would be safe. The humans watched silently, their faces calm and unreadable. In that moment, it became clear they were not afraid. They did not need to shout. They did not need to show weapons. Their presence, their calm, their unexpected decision, it spoke louder than any threat the aliens could imagine. Suddenly, the council hall doors opened, and more observers entered. News of the humans' withdrawal had spread across the galaxy. Some came in curiosity, some in fear, and some in disbelief. Every new arrival looked at the humans with a mix of shock and caution. The human leader continued. We advise all leaders here to consider their actions carefully. Some threats may seem distant, harmless, but we have learned differently. We know more than many of you suspect, and we act accordingly. The room was tense. No one moved. No one dared interrupt. Even those who had long mocked humans found themselves questioning everything they knew about the species. Outside the council hall, ships in orbit monitored the situation. Alien warships were ready for orders, some eager to intervene, others hesitant. Humans had not moved a single ship. They did not need to. Their withdrawal alone was causing chaos across the galaxy. Inside, an elder alien from a distant system finally spoke. His voice trembled. Perhaps we underestimated them. A younger, aggressive alien laughed nervously. Underestimate them? They are just humans. Small, fragile. They cannot possibly pose a real threat. The human leader's eyes met the young alien's gaze. Strength is not always in size or numbers, he said softly. It is in understanding strategy and timing. You may see us as weak, but underestimating us could be your greatest mistake. The council hall fell silent once again. Every alien present could feel the weight of his words. Even those who had thought themselves clever, wise, or powerful began to doubt their assumptions. The human delegation then stepped back from the podium. They did not celebrate. They did not boast. They simply stood calmly, waiting for the galaxy to digest the magnitude of their decision. Outside, the stars shone cold and indifferent, but within the council hall, a storm of panic and curiosity had erupted. Aliens whispered, debated, argued, and feared what might come next. As the session ended for the day, the humans left the council quietly. No fanfare, no speeches, only the silent certainty that their decision was correct. The galactic leaders were left behind, watching in horror, whispering urgently among themselves. Questions raced through every mind. What do they know that we do not? How could they act with such confidence? What is their next move? No one had answers. Only the humans knew, and the galaxy, for the first time, truly realized the species they had long underestimated was far more complex, dangerous, and clever than they had ever imagined. As the council hall emptied, one phrase lingered in every mind. If humans can withdraw from the talks with such calm, what are they truly capable of? And in the quiet of their command room, the human leaders smiled faintly. Their plan was only beginning. They had given the galaxy a warning. Without firing a single shot, the unexpected turning point had arrived. The galaxy was in turmoil after the shocking withdrawal of the humans from the council talks. In every corner of the galaxy, alien leaders debated, speculated, and feared what the small, seemingly fragile species could do next. But back on Earth, and aboard the hidden human space stations orbiting distant stars, the humans moved with calm precision. There was no panic, no shouting, only quiet focus. In a large strategy room, illuminated by soft lights and glowing holographic maps, human leaders gathered. They studied star systems, fleets, and galactic political networks. Their faces were serious, yet relaxed. There was a clear difference between the chaos in the alien council halls and the calm determination of the humans. The withdrawal was necessary, said the human leader, a tall, calm figure with a commanding presence. We needed the galaxy to underestimate us. Their arrogance makes them predictable. They think we are weak. They do not see the truth. A young strategist, tapping on a holographic panel, spoke. Sir, they are spreading rumors already. They believe we are unprepared. Many species are calling for retaliation, some even considering military action. The leader nodded. Let them think that. Let them panic. This is not a test of our strength. It is a test of their assumptions. They believe they understand humans, but they are wrong. Completely wrong. In another corner of the room, technicians monitored alien communications. Every message, every signal, every council broadcast was carefully recorded and analyzed. Humans could see exactly how each alien species reacted to their withdrawal. They noted the whispers of fear, the arguments, and the chaos. Each reaction confirmed that the plan was working perfectly. Outside the strategy room, in orbit around a distant star, a human engineer prepared a small fleet, not for war, but for demonstration. Each ship was sleek, advanced, and deceptively small. They looked fragile to an alien observer, but humans knew the truth. They carried technology far beyond what most of the galaxy could imagine. Stealth systems, advanced defense shields, and precision targeting that could dismantle larger fleets without warning. The human leader observed the preparation silently, thinking about the council hall and the shocked expressions of the alien leaders. He smiled faintly. They expect us to beg, to fight, or to negotiate. But humans do not follow expectations. We act with purpose, strategy, and patience. Meanwhile, far from human space, the alien leaders gathered in secret chambers. They were confused and frightened. Why did they withdraw? One elder asked. Do they plan to attack us? Or are they hiding something? Another replied, perhaps they are gathering allies or powerful weapons. But what could a small species like humans possibly have? They had no idea. Every assumption they made about humans was wrong. They saw only the surface, never the depth. They could not see the years of preparation, the quiet training, the careful study of galactic politics, and the hidden technology humans had developed in secret. Back with the humans, the leader addressed his team. We will show restraint. We will not provoke them unnecessarily, but we will be ready. Our strength is in being underestimated. Let them plan against shadows. They will always fail. Our true power is patience, strategy, and unity. A young officer leaned forward. Sir, some species are already preparing fleets. They believe they can challenge us. What if they attack before we are ready? The leader shook his head calmly. They will not attack. Fear holds them. Arrogance and fear are powerful, but they also make enemies careless. Our task is not to fight blindly. It is to let them make mistakes while we prepare. In another room, human scientists examined alien technology captured in previous encounters. They analyzed ships, weapons, and communication systems. Every discovery was added to their knowledge base. Every weakness of alien fleets, every flaw in alien strategy was carefully documented. One scientist noted, they underestimate our intelligence, sir. They think humans are simple, reactive. They do not realize we calculate every possible outcome. Exactly, the leader said, and that is why we withdrew, not out of fear, but out of foresight. The galaxy sees a retreat, but in truth, we are advancing in ways they cannot imagine. Our actions today will shape their decisions tomorrow. While humans prepared quietly, aliens acted with chaos. Some sent spies to observe human fleets. Some tried to infiltrate human space, and others plotted attacks. But humans had already anticipated all possibilities. They tracked alien movements, intercepted communications, and silently adjusted their strategies. Every alien action was visible to humans, yet humans never reacted rashly. One alien fleet commander reported to his council, humans are retreating, but their behavior is strange. They do not panic. They do not call for help. Their calm is unnerving. Another responded, perhaps they know something we do not. But what? They have no allies, no fleets large enough to challenge us. The first commander shook his head. Do not underestimate them. Even small species can cause great chaos if misjudged. Indeed, that was the core of human strategy. They did not rely on size, brute force, or numbers. They relied on understanding, innovation, and foresight. The humans had studied every major alien species for decades. They knew their strengths, weaknesses, ambitions, and fears. And they had learned to act when the galaxy least expected it. On the human council station, a holographic map displayed hundreds of alien fleets in orbit around various planets. The leader pointed to a cluster near the outer rim. These fleets are aggressive, but disorganized. They act out of fear and assumption. We will not confront them directly. We will watch, learn, and wait. A technician spoke. Sir, should we send a warning message? The leader shook his head. No, let them panic. Let them make mistakes. Our presence is enough. They see what they think is weakness. That is their trap. Back in the council halls of the galaxy, alien leaders continued to debate. Some wanted to punish humans for withdrawing. Others wanted to negotiate quickly before humans gained more advantage. But every option was complicated by fear and confusion. One elder alien whispered, they act with such confidence. How can a species so small make the galaxy tremble? A young council member laughed nervously. Small? They are nothing. Their homeworld is tiny. Their fleets are minimal. How can they possibly have any real power? But deep down, even the young council member felt a shiver of doubt. The calm, collected withdrawal of humans had done what no weapon, no fleet, and no speech could do. It had shaken the entire galaxy. The human leader watched reports of alien activity and smiled faintly. Every calculation had been correct. Every reaction predicted. Humans had withdrawn, yes, but the withdrawal was not defeat. It was strategy. The galaxy saw retreat, but humans saw opportunity. The galaxy believes it controls events, the leader said quietly. But events are controlled by those who understand more than others. Today, we teach the first lesson. Humans are not to be underestimated. He turned to his officers. Prepare the next phase. We will continue to act quietly. We will show strength without confrontation. Let them fear shadows. Let them doubt what they see. That is how we win. The human scientists continued their work, designing new technologies, refining defenses, and testing systems. Every action was measured, precise, and forward-thinking. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Meanwhile, alien spies sent to human stations returned with only fragments of information. They reported small fleets, quiet activity, and calm humans. Nothing alarming, or so they thought. In reality, the humans were preparing hidden strategies, creating contingencies, and positioning themselves in ways the aliens could not detect. By the end of the day, humans had done more than just withdraw. They had shifted the balance of perception. The galaxy now questioned what humans were capable of. Whispers of fear spread faster than any fleet could travel. Even those who had been confident in their superiority now hesitated. Humans had achieved what few species could. They had won without fighting. They had shaken the galaxy with calm, and they had kept their true power hidden. As the human leader observed the reports, he knew the most important part of the plan had succeeded. They think we are weak, he said softly, but they have no idea. And when they finally realize, it will be too late. The human secrets were safe. Their actions were precise. Their strategy was unfolding perfectly. The galaxy could only guess, panic, and make mistakes. And humans would always be ready, watching silently, waiting for the perfect moment to act. The council halls of alien species echoed with confusion and fear. Humans had withdrawn, yet their presence was felt everywhere. It was a quiet power, a subtle threat, a hidden force that none of the galaxy's leaders had ever understood before. And so, the humans' plan continued. The galaxy whispered, the aliens panicked, and humans remained calm, knowing that the greatest power was not in loud displays or massive fleets, but in patience, foresight, and the ability to be underestimated. The unexpected turning point had ended, but the real story, the human secrets, had only just begun. The withdrawal of the humans from the Galactic Council had left a mark deeper than anyone had anticipated. Across star systems, alien leaders whispered, argued, and plotted. In the grand halls of power, fear mixed with arrogance, creating a dangerous cocktail of tension. No one could ignore what humans had done. They had walked away from negotiations without a single threat. Yet the ripple of panic they left behind was undeniable. In the tallest spire of the Orion Dominion, Counselor Czar, a six-armed alien with iridescent scales, slammed his clawed hand against the conference table. "This is unacceptable," he shouted, his voice echoing across the chamber. "Humans do not negotiate like other species. To withdraw, it is an insult, a warning, and we do not even know what it means." The other council members stirred, their many eyes shifting nervously. Some were confident, some confused, others quietly afraid. The humans had always been underestimated. But now, every alien in the room felt the weight of uncertainty pressing down. "Perhaps," said a smaller, winged diplomat, his voice trembling slightly, "this is exactly what they want us to think. They are baiting us, testing our reaction. We should act immediately before they gain more advantage." A massive, armored alien with jagged horns growled, "Act? Do you not see what their withdrawal has already done?" Chaos spreads across the galaxy. Every fleet commander, every governor, every diplomat is questioning their judgment. Acting too quickly will only make things worse. Czar narrowed his eyes. And yet, doing nothing is dangerous too. We cannot allow humans to dictate the pace of the galaxy without consequence. In this chamber of tension, every species had a different reaction. Some wanted to mobilize their fleets. Others demanded secret attacks on human colonies. Some suggested sending spies disguised as diplomats to uncover the humans' true intentions. Every idea was debated, but none brought clarity. The humans' calm and quiet confidence had left them paralyzed with indecision. Meanwhile, across the stars, humans observed the galaxy's reaction with quiet satisfaction. In orbit around a neutral system, their monitoring stations displayed holographic feeds of alien communications. Every panic-filled message, every heated debate, every whispered fear was recorded and analyzed. Humans did not need to act yet. The chaos had begun on its own. "The Council is unraveling exactly as predicted," said the human leader to his team. "Notice the patterns. Every species responds based on fear, arrogance, or incomplete understanding. The more they argue, the more predictable they become." A young officer tapped the display. "Sir, they're already sending fleets toward our outposts. None are in combat formation, but the movements are clearly aggressive." The leader nodded calmly. "Let them move. Let them make assumptions. They will never truly understand our timing or strategy. Panic is their weapon against themselves." Back in the Orion Dominion, the debate had intensified. Czar's claws clicked against the table in frustration. "We are being played," he hissed. "Humans are not weak. They are patient, calculating, dangerous." "Patience?" laughed a small, Serpentine Council member. "Dangerous? They are only a few planets. Their fleets are small. How can they possibly threaten us?" Czar's eyes flashed. "Do not confuse size with power. Humans' greatest strength lies in their mind, their unpredictability. They are withdrawn, yes, but observe carefully. Every action they have taken is deliberate. Every silence is calculated. We're already under their control without knowing it. Meanwhile, human analysts track the same fleets. They are reorganizing based on assumptions," a technician observed. "None of their calculations are correct. They believe they're in command, but we see the truth." The human leader nodded. "Exactly. Observe, but do not intervene. Their mistakes will unfold naturally. Fear is already spreading. They're already trapped by their own thoughts." Back in the alien councils, factions began to form. Some believed in a direct approach, thinking speed and aggression were the only solutions. Others warned caution, arguing that the humans' withdrawal was more than it seemed, possibly a test or a trap. Heated arguments broke out, alliances shifted, and accusations flew. Council chambers across the galaxy became arenas of political warfare. Ambassadors whispered against each other, generals plotted against civilian leaders, and spies sent coded messages back to home worlds. The humans, through their quiet withdrawal, had created not chaos in their own ranks, but chaos in the hearts of their enemies. In one distant system, a fleet commander argued with his council. "We must strike now. Delay will allow humans to prepare further. If we attack quickly, we can catch them off guard." A wiser, older diplomat replied, "Strike? Do you not see what their withdrawal has done? They have turned fear into a weapon. Every fleet, every governor, every diplomat doubts themselves. Attack now, and you may trigger an outcome you cannot control." The commander growled but hesitated. Even he had begun to understand the human's subtle power, the power of strategy, observation, and controlled restraint. Back with the humans, preparations continued quietly. Engineers tested new systems, scientists simulated alien fleets, and strategists refined every possible scenario. Their calm presence was their greatest strength. They did not need to react to alien panic. They only needed to observe and adjust as necessary. A young officer asked, "Sir, some species are attempting covert attacks. Should we counter?" The leader shook his head slowly. "No, let them act. Let them reveal their intentions. Covert operations expose more than they conceal. Every movement they make tells us more about their weaknesses, priorities, and fears." In the alien council halls, some leaders began to realize their vulnerability. Their plans, based on arrogance and assumption, were flawed. They had underestimated humans for centuries, believing them simple and weak. Now, their uncertainty was exposed for all to see. One elder counselor muttered, They do not even need to attack. Their calm, their silence, it is more dangerous than any fleet. Across the galaxy, fleets hesitated, commands conflicted, spies failed, alliances shifted. The humans had not fired a single shot, yet their withdrawal had created instability more destructive than war itself. Meanwhile, humans monitored every reaction. Notice how fear spreads, the leader said. Observe how arrogance turns into doubt. Watch how impatience leads to mistakes. Every species believes they understand the situation, but none of them see the whole picture. That is our advantage. Hours turned into days. Alien debates continued, often breaking into shouting matches. Some factions even accused others of secretly aiding humans. Trust, always fragile in intergalactic politics, began to crumble. Humans, meanwhile, focused on their own development. They improved defenses, optimized communication networks, and prepared for future contingencies. Every action was deliberate, every preparation measured. They did not need to act hastily. They had already set the stage for maximum effect. In one council, an ambitious young alien declared, "We will teach humans a lesson. They cannot simply ignore us." But the elder counselor shook his head. "Do you not understand? Humans do not act like us. Force and threats may not work. They act with patience, calculation, and foresight, and every action we take in anger will play into their hands." Even among the most confident, the message was clear. Humans were unlike any species they had encountered. The withdrawal had revealed not weakness, but wisdom, calm, and the terrifying certainty of hidden power. Back on the human command station, the leader observed the galaxy. "Our plan is unfolding perfectly," he said quietly. "They believe they are in control. They think we are retreating, but they are acting exactly as we predicted. Their panic, their politics, their arguments, it is all part of the strategy. The galaxy is learning a hard lesson. Humans are not to be underestimated." By the end of the week, alien councils were consumed with internal conflict. Fleets moved cautiously. Plans were delayed. Spies reported contradictions and confusion. Fear had replaced certainty, and humans remained calm, silent, and ever watchful. The galaxy had entered a new phase of uncertainty. Humans had not attacked, negotiated, or displayed power openly. They had merely withdrawn, but that withdrawal had done what no weapon could. It unsettled every leader, commander, and diplomat across countless systems. And in the quiet halls of human stations, the leaders smiled faintly. They had created a storm without fighting a battle, chaos without violence, and panic without confrontation. Every alien misstep, every doubt, every fear was now a tool in their hands. "Let them panic," the human leader said softly. "Let them bicker, argue, and doubt. Every move they make teaches us more. Every reaction is an advantage. And when the time comes, we will act, and they will never see it coming." The alien panic had reached its peak. Political drama had turned friend against friend, council against council, fleet against fleet. And all the while, humans observed silently, learning, preparing, and waiting. The withdrawal, the calm, the restraint, it was all part of a master plan, one the galaxy was only beginning to understand, and one the humans intended to see through to the very end. The galaxy held its breath. After the humans' unexpected withdrawal, the council chambers were filled with tension, whispers, and fear. Leaders from hundreds of systems debated endlessly, yet no solution seemed right. Humans had not attacked. They had not threatened. They had simply acted calmly, and the calm itself had become a weapon. Across the stars, in a hidden human fleet station near the Outer Rim, humans prepared for the next phase of their plan. The withdrawal had been only the first step. Their strategy relied not on brute force, but on timing, precision, and the element of surprise. On the command deck, the human leader observed the galaxy through advanced surveillance systems. Every alien fleet, every council, every communication line was being monitored in real time. Nothing escaped their notice. "They still believe we are weak," he said softly to his officers. "They assume our calm is ignorance, our silence is submission. Soon they will see the truth." A young strategist nodded. "Sir, the fleets we observe moving toward our outposts are still disorganized. Many are hesitant. Our withdrawal has shaken their confidence completely." "Exactly," the leader replied. "Fear has already done what no attack could. And now it is time to reveal a fraction of what they have underestimated. In the council halls across the galaxy, alien leaders remain confused and paranoid. Some argue for retaliation. Others demanded more information. But none could predict the humans' next move. Their own assumptions had become their chains. Suddenly, in the outer rim systems, alien fleet sensors detected unusual activity. Small, seemingly fragile human ships were maneuvering in ways that defied conventional logic. They moved with precision, forming patterns that were not random but carefully calculated to confuse and intimidate. The alien commanders reported the anomaly to their councils. "Sir, these human ships, they are behaving unpredictably. They do not engage, yet their formations are unsettling." One elder diplomat frowned. "Unsettling? They are tiny, insignificant. How can small ships do anything against our fleets?" A young fleet commander hesitated. "Perhaps they have weapons we do not understand. Perhaps this is a trap." Across the galaxy, humans monitored these very reports. Every whisper of doubt, every fear-driven decision was observed and analyzed. Humans did not need to attack to gain control. They merely needed to reveal a controlled hint of their capabilities. On the command deck, the human leader activated a holographic simulation of their fleet. Each ship's shield, weapon, and propulsion system was highlighted. The simulation demonstrated how a single human squadron could neutralize an entire alien fleet if necessary. "Do you see?" The leader asked his officers. "This is not bluffing. This is preparation. The galaxy believes we are weak, but they have no idea what we have built quietly, without fanfare, without arrogance. Today, they witness only a fraction." Back in the alien council halls, panic began to spread. Observers reported strange energy signatures near human colonies. Some suggested it was a natural phenomenon. Others believe it was experimental weaponry. Fear, rumor, and imagination combined into a potent cocktail. Czar, the six-armed counselor, slammed his claws on the table. "They are hiding something. There is no doubt. Do you not see their calm? Do you not hear the whispers of our own commanders? Humans are preparing something." "But what?" hissed the winged diplomat. "They have no fleets large enough. No weapons powerful enough. How can a species so small threaten us?" The answer was simple. Humans' power was not in size or numbers. It was in ingenuity, strategy, and precision. Every human decision had been made with foresight. Every alien assumption had been anticipated. Meanwhile, human scouts deployed automated observation drones. They recorded alien fleet movements, intercepted communications, and analyzed every possible response to human actions. These drones, almost invisible, transmitted data back to command stations, giving humans an unparalleled understanding of the galaxy's political and military landscape. The human leader observed all this with calm focus. "They still do not understand," he said softly. "Every move they make now, every argument, every panic-driven decision, is evidence of their misunderstanding. This is our greatest advantage." And then it happened. In a demonstration designed not to destroy, but to reveal, humans activated a localized energy shield over a remote station. The shield was massive, shimmering with a faint blue light, impervious to the scanning technologies of alien fleets. Reports flooded in. Alien commanders stared at their screens in disbelief. "Impossible!" shouted one. "No technology we know could withstand such energy output." Czar's eyes narrowed. "It cannot be. Humans cannot possess this. Their species is too small, too primitive." The leader's voice echoed over secure channels. "Primitive, yes, but underestimated. Always, that is their mistake." In the alien councils, fear reached a new peak. Factions began to argue openly. Who could challenge the humans? How could they possibly plan against a species that revealed power without aggression, precision without violence, and foresight without warning? One ambitious counselor cried, "We must act. We cannot allow humans to demonstrate power unchecked." An elder diplomat shook his head. "You do not understand. Acting without understanding their true capabilities could destroy entire systems. They have shown restraint, intelligence, and patience. They are not like us. We cannot fight assumptions and fear." Meanwhile, Humans continued their quiet preparations. Engineers optimized shield systems. Scientists refined fleet coordination, and strategists ran simulations of every possible alien reaction. Nothing was left to chance. Every move was deliberate, every action calculated, every moment used to build understanding and power. The human leader addressed his officers. Observe carefully. Fear is a tool. Uncertainty is a weapon. And now, with even a glimpse of our capability, the galaxy trembles not from attack, but from understanding. They see a fraction of our power, and they panic. Imagine the effect when they finally realize the full truth. Across the council halls, alien leaders whispered of betrayal and espionage. Some suspected their own fleets of siding with humans. Others doubted their allies' intentions. The withdrawal had not just unsettled them, it had fragmented their unity. Humans had achieved what fleets, diplomacy, and armies could not. Chaos without a single shot fired. A young alien commander tried to maintain composure, admitted, "They may be planning more than we think. What if the shield is just the beginning?" Czar growled, "It is only the beginning, and we are blind to the rest." Humans have turned the rules of the galaxy upside down, without firing a single weapon. That is the true danger. In orbit around a distant star, the human fleet watched silently as alien fleets debated, delayed, and questioned themselves. The calm of humans had become their most powerful weapon. Every move the aliens made, every miscalculation, every panic-driven decision only reinforced humans' advantage. The holographic maps displayed alien fleets reorganizing, some retreating, some advancing cautiously, all uncertain. Humans observed every choice, every hesitation, every flawed calculation. They believe they are in control, the leader said softly. They do not see the threads we have woven. They do not know their own decisions are shaped by our foresight. That is the human advantage. A technician asked, "Sir, when do we reveal the next phase?" The leader's eyes gleamed. "Not yet. Let them guess, let them fear. Today, they witness a fraction of our strength. Tomorrow, we reveal more. Patience is our ally. Misunderstanding is our weapon. And fear is the language they speak best." In council halls, alien leaders finally began to acknowledge the truth they had long ignored. Humans were not weak. Humans were not simple. Humans were patient, calculated, and far more capable than anyone had believed. Even the bravest commanders began to hesitate. Every plan they proposed, every fleet they maneuvered, was tempered by doubt. Humans had revealed power, and with it, a new understanding of the species they had long underestimated. And in the quiet command rooms of the human fleet, the leaders smiled faintly. They had shown only a glimpse, yet the effect was profound. The galaxy had begun to understand a fundamental truth. Humans were not to be underestimated. The revelation had begun. The aliens' fear, confusion, and awe would shape their actions for days, weeks, and months. Humans had made their presence felt, not with violence, but with intelligence, patience, and precision. The galaxy had glimpsed the first light of human power. And soon, every leader, every commander, every alien observer would realize, underestimated humans were the most dangerous force they had ever faced. The true story was only beginning. The galaxy was never the same again. The humans' unexpected withdrawal, their calm observation, and their first demonstration of hidden power had sent shockwaves across hundreds of star systems. Alien leaders who had long believed themselves superior were now unsure of their every move, their every assumption, and even their own strength. In the council halls, the tension was palpable. Voices that had once commanded authority now trembled with uncertainty. Whispers of fear ran through every chamber, from the Orion Dominion to the Outer Rim systems. No counselor, no fleet commander, and no diplomat dared act without hesitation. Humans had not attacked, yet they had gained an unspoken control over the galaxy. Counselor Czar, six-armed and scaly, sat silently, his claws gripping the edges of his table. "I cannot believe this," he murmured. "They have done nothing, yet everything has changed. Their withdrawal, their calm, their subtle demonstration. It has broken our confidence." A winged diplomat leaned closer, his feathers ruffled with tension. "We always believed humans were weak, simple, primitive. But now I wonder, how could a species so small, so seemingly fragile, create fear without a single shot? Even the most aggressive alien leaders had begun to doubt themselves. Some factions demanded retaliation, while others argued that no action should be taken until humans revealed their true intentions. The debate was endless, filled with suspicion, paranoia, and hesitation. Meanwhile, in the hidden human command centers, the leaders observed everything silently. Every movement of alien fleets, every argument in council halls, every nervous whisper was captured and analyzed. Humans did not need to act aggressively. The galaxy was already responding to their presence with fear and uncertainty. "This is exactly what we wanted," said the human leader to his officers. "The galaxy believes we are uncertain. They think our withdrawal is weakness. And yet, every decision they make now is guided by our strategy. Their own fear is doing our work for us." A young officer nodded. "Sir, many species are reorganizing fleets, delaying decisions, and even questioning alliances. Their coordination is breaking down." "Good," the leader replied. "Chaos born from their assumptions is far more valuable than victory won by force. Let them struggle, let them panic, let them doubt. That is the human advantage." Back in the Orion Dominion, alien fleets moved cautiously. Some were stationed near neutral zones, unsure whether to advance or retreat. Others sent small scouting ships, carefully avoiding the human fleets that now seemed omnipresent and unpredictable. An elder diplomat addressed the council. "We underestimated them for centuries. Every calculation, every plan, every assumption has been flawed. Humans do not fight like other species. They act with foresight, patience, and intelligence. They are beyond our understanding." Zar growled low in his throat. "And that is the true danger. They are not powerful because of weapons, nor because of numbers. Their power is in their mind, their timing, their ability to make the galaxy dance to their unseen rhythm." Meanwhile, humans continued their quiet preparations. Engineers refined fleets, scientists tested new defensive systems, and strategists projected alien reactions for months in advance. Every plan was precise, every action deliberate, every observation calculated. Humans were patient. They waited not for opportunity. They created it. From orbiting stations, human leaders watched as alien fleets debated endlessly. Some leaders hesitated to issue orders, afraid of making mistakes. Others argued over interpretations of human actions, each more paranoid than the last. Humans had not moved aggressively, yet every alien species now second-guessed their every plan. A fleet commander whispered to a colleague. They had withdrawn, but even in withdrawal, they control the galaxy's attention. How? How is this possible? The other commander shook his head. "It is strategy beyond our comprehension. They do not react like other species. They do not fear, yet they inspire fear. They do not threaten, yet every council trembles." In the human command room, the leader observed the reports silently. "Observe how their fear spreads," he said softly. "Notice how doubt fragments their alliances. Watch how impatience forces poor decisions. This is the art of strategy. And we are only at the beginning." Small demonstrations continued. Human fleets repositioned, not aggressively, but with purpose. Energy shields flickered over remote stations, just enough to be detected. Holographic patterns of fleet maneuvers were visible to alien observers, designed to intimidate and confuse. Alien commanders reported the anomalies to councils. "Their fleets are smaller than ours, yet they move with unmatched precision. Their station shields technology. It is unlike anything we have ever encountered." Some counselors whispered darkly about sabotage or ancient technology lost to the galaxy. Others suggested humans had secret allies. But all were wrong. Humans had nothing but their mind, preparation, and patience. In council chambers, factions argued bitterly. "We must act," shouted one. "We cannot allow humans to dictate terms without even speaking." Another responded calmly. "And if we act rashly, if we move too quickly, we reveal our weaknesses, our arrogance, our fear. Humans want us to act on assumption. Do you not see? Every mistake we make is already their advantage." Zar's claws tapped nervously on the table. They have done nothing, and yet everything has changed. We are weaker for underestimating them. Stronger fleets, more weapons, none of it matters. They are beyond calculation. Meanwhile, humans continue to act silently. Observation drones scan fleets, intercepted communications, and analyze political debates in real time. They knew which alien leaders were indecisive, which fleets were hesitant, which alliances would crumble first. They fear us, said the human leader quietly, and yet they do not know why. They think we are small, insignificant, yet every action they take now is dictated by us. Fear is our ally. Misunderstanding is our weapon. And patience is our greatest power. The leader smiled faintly. And that is the human advantage. We do not need to destroy, to dominate. Our presence alone guides a galaxy. And soon the lesson will be clear. Underestimated humans are unstoppable. Council halls across systems remained in turmoil. Fleets repositioned hesitantly. Diplomats argued, accusing each other of misjudging humans. Factions formed and dissolved. The withdrawal, the calm, the subtle demonstration. Humans had caused a chain reaction across the galaxy without firing a single shot. The young winged diplomat whispered nervously, "They have not even shown full strength, and we are paralyzed. How can we hope to respond if this is only a fraction?" Czar's eyes glowed with unease. It is only the beginning. Every council, every fleet, every species. Now they know the truth. Humans are not like any other. They act with vision, calculation, and restraint. And they have changed the rules forever. In orbit above a distant star, humans watched as the galaxy tried to respond, failed, and hesitated. Their strategy was perfect. Chaos without conflict, fear without attack, doubt without confrontation. They had achieved what no fleet, no weapon, no speech could do. Control the galaxy with calm and intelligence alone. The human leader turned to his officers. "Prepare for the next stage," he said quietly. "We have revealed only a fraction of our power. Let them debate, fear, and miscalculate. Every mistake they make strengthens us. The galaxy is learning a new rule. Humans cannot be underestimated. And when the full truth comes, it will be irreversible." And so, the aftermath unfolded. Alien leaders remained in shock. Fleets hesitated. Councils were paralyzed with fear. Humans, calm and prepared, continued to observe, plan, and wait. The galaxy had witnessed the first human revelation. But the full story, humans' true potential, patience, and strategic mastery, remained hidden. And the aliens, though terrified and awed, could only guess what was coming next. The humans had withdrawn, yet they had conquered, not with weapons, not with threats, not with violence. They had conquered with intelligence, foresight, and the subtle art of revelation. And the galaxy would never forget it.